Getting into art, getting into art, getting into art. Man, like, getting into drawing is probably fucking weird. It's so hard to get into. It's such a weird concept if you think about it. Like, at its most basic, we're just rearranging dirt to make lines in order to recreate images. To make something pretty out of dirt, right? That's a beautiful way of putting things. It's really hard to get into it. There's no direction. You start off really shitty and you don't know how to get better. And I think for a lot of artists, they think that there is a correct way of going about things. A correct way of drawing, that there's like a specific process that you need to do. Like, for example, when I was a kid, there was a manga and anime series called Bakuman that is about two guys making a manga, comic. And they went through this process of making a comic where they did everything by pencils first, and then afterwards they used the G pen. They used this thing, it was called a G pen, and it's like one of those like dip pens. You dip it into India or China ink. It's a metal nib. They bring attention to this pen, and of course, being a weeaboo artist who wanted to get better, wanted to be like another one of those professional artists, I asked my parents to buy me one, and it was really fun. I got a lot of experience like drawing with it, and I got good at it. But that put me in this mindset where I thought that the only way that I could ever draw anything complete was using this G pen. That anything that wasn't done using this process was incomplete or was false or wasn't art. It wasn't proper art, at least. And to this day, I still have like that sort of mentality when it comes to me creating stuff, which is kind of like a brain dead take. You know, let people draw however they want. So lo and behold, my fucking surprise when I watched the artist of Bakuman and Death Note do a live stream of their drawing process, and as they were about to ink, I thought that they were going to use a G pen, but no, they were using like a Sakura Micron technical pen or something. There was no ink bottles, there was no fucking metal nibs that would rust their fucking heart out. The fucking betrayal to my little child heart. The entire thing is one big confusing process. It's a miracle that anyone gets into art as a career or as anything to put their self-worth into. It's confusing. It's a continuous process of self-discovery, self-doubt, self-hatred. You'll be bad at it for a really long time, and you'll continue being bad at it unless you spend a stupid amount of time improving yourself. Like, don't get me wrong, it's much easier now than it was back then, that's true. With all of these resources and all these 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, teenagers coming out with industry-level art. And while you're stuck here, being shitty, being directionless, and not seeing any improvement, you're going to look at your peers, and you're going to wonder how they got there, and you're going to see how effortless they make things look like, and you're going to be jealous. And then let's say you do put in an inordinate amount of time into your work, and then you actually become good. You won't think you're good. You won't think that you're worthy of where you got or where you came from, and even you'll forget all of the fucking hard work you put into this. So you become the fucking best, right? Your peers will become bitter looking at where you've gotten. In what other career path do your friends hate you for becoming better, for improving yourself? I'm sure that's also a thing in the other creative arts, but do engineers do that? It sucks being good. It sucks being bad, but why does it have to suck being good at it too? I don't know where that came from. So in conclusion, Find a pen, a pencil, a paintbrush, or maybe a tampon, used or unused, fresh, you know, just having your tampon fresh into the blood, and draw with it. Draw any way you want. It's really... I don't think there's a proper way to do this whole art thing. And, you know, keep going at it, and someday you'll see the finish line.